This week, the problem solvers are looking into teens getting guns, including how teenagers are getting their hands on guns and the crimes they're involved in. Our exclusive reporting continues tonight, but first, we want to talk more about this with someone who knows the issue firsthand. Tariq Sheikh is a juvenile district attorney out of Jefferson County. He works directly with kids on cases that you rarely hear about because of privacy laws. Tariq, welcome back. It's good to see you again. I think the big question everyone wonders is, how do you stop kids from getting guns? And I think maybe to answer that, you have to go back before then and say, why do kids feel like they need to have a gun, and what do you do to kind of stop that feeling so they don't end up in your office?
That's a great question, and there's no real easy answer because there's so many different factors that lead into it. Some kids feel like they need a gun for pure safety reasons. Their neighborhood, there's guns kind of everywhere. Some find it completely glamorous, and some are just kind of looking to feel an adrenaline rush that gun is kind of giving them in that regard. So you have to really move further upstream and try to figure out exactly the factors that are leading a kid to feel that way in order to kind of keep them from feeling that guns are the answer.
Do you feel like this is something that you have to address with parents, with schools, with sometimes some of the other activities they might be involved in, all of the above?
Absolutely. Parents are 100%, in my opinion, the biggest factor in terms of this. When parents are engaged with their kids, just talking to kids, knowing what's happening on social media, you reduce a lot of those factors. Social media replaces so much of parenting time nowadays that it's really, it is no substitute for human contact with parents. And that's how, the first line of defense. Schools and community are equally as important down that road, but parents is where it begins.
Okay, so it's easy to say, get into parents, address the issue with them, but what do you say to parents who are just running nonstop? They're running ragged to make ends meet. They may be single parents, moms or dads. They work 1 or 2 jobs. We're dealing with inflation right now, and they're just struggling. How do you address that with them?
There's a lot of people in the community that care, and one really good spot to start is juvenile assessment centers. There's 6 of them metro-wide, and what they're designed to do, it's a hub. It's a community resource that's really designed to kind of connect youth and families with services that can help them in sort of whatever their situation may be. That's not an answer to everything. We need better funding kind of all the way around, but at the same time, that's a place to start. The first step is recognizing, hey, something isn't working here. I need to ask for help, and communities have to respond by making sure parents know where they can go to not feel judged, to be able to do it safely.
For those teens who do make it into the criminal justice system, particularly those who are involved with guns or gun violence, what is the answer? Is it sort of putting them through social programs, them and their families? Is it tougher penalties? Is it those boot camp programs that they have for some teenagers? What do you think makes the most difference that you see and that cuts down on the recidivism rate?
I wish I could tell you there's an easy answer, Matt, but the truth is that when you have, by the time they see us, we're reacting to something serious that has already happened. We need early identification of kids who are higher risk, and we need more community interventions, hopefully to prevent them from getting to us. Tougher penalties are important, potentially in some cases for the kids that have really done something really serious, but we can handle usually those types of situations. It's preventing kids from getting to us that we need the most intervention on, the most funding, those types of things is really where the difference is going to be made.
All right, Tariq Sheikh, a juvenile district attorney out of Jefferson County. Appreciate your time and appreciate what you do as well.
Thanks
very much.